Larry's Automotive has been part of Huntington Village for over 60 years. The story begins in 1962. Huntington Village was a very different place back then. The buildings were different, some of the names have changed, but what makes this town special is the same thing that makes it special today: the people and the sense of community that defines Huntington. At that time, my father's father, my grandfather Lawrence, was working at Arnold Buick. Life wasn't easy. My grandmother Marcella was in and out of the hospital, and my grandfather was raising 2 small children while trying to hold everything together. He always dreamed of owning his own business. He just needed an opportunity. That opportunity came when he met a woman named Eva, who would become his partner in life and in building a future for their family. She told him about a Shell gas station in Huntington that might be available for lease. When my grandfather first saw the station, it wasn't much to look at. Greasy, dirty, filled with old trucks, but he saw something different. He saw possibility. So together with Eva and my father's Uncle Tony, they rolled up their sleeves, cleaned up the place, and in 1962, Larry's Shell was born. It was a 3-bay station, interestingly enough, the same 3 bays that stand there today. Back then, there were a couple of mechanics, a few guys pumping gas, and a little kid running around helping out whenever he could. That kid was my dad. He started working there when he was 8 years old. He went to Pigeon Hill Elementary, Memorial Junior High, Whitman High School, and graduated from Wilson Tech, a vocational school, with the honor of most outstanding student. Every day after school, he would head straight to the station. Sometimes even his teachers would drive him there so that he could pump gas, wash windshields, and fill oil bottles. Those were different times, and Huntington Village looks different. Directly across the street used to be Hank's Superette, where my grandfather taught my dad how to drive Hank's Dodge van, a 3-speed on the column that was parked at the station almost every day. That building later became Friar Chuck, then Chelsea's Pub, and today we know it as Nag's Head. Across the street to the right sat a small diner car that later became Cefello's, where ironically enough, my maternal grandmother once worked. It eventually became the Iberian restaurant. Today, that same spot we know as Vecino. Across the street to the left was a flower shop called Margie and Lynn, which over the years has changed owners, but still remains a flower shop. There was also the shoemaker shop, run by Andre Sorrentino's father, right where the TD Bank stands. And then there was Village Pizza, owned by a gentleman named Carmen. One of the young guys working there was a kid everyone called Little Vinny. Eventually, he bought the place, and now everyone knows Little Vincent, which is run by Danny. Directly to the left was once Huntington Office Furniture, which later became a fine china store. It eventually was purchased by Donna and Alan Enkelwitz, who turned it into one of our favorite places as kids growing up, a store called Fag. Big, huge pink sign, black letter. Today, that building has been converted into apartments, bringing even more people into the village and continuing the evolution of Huntington. The buildings may change names over time, but what really makes Huntington special has always stayed the same: the people. In 1979, Shell decided to pull out of many locations in New York. My grandfather had a choice: buy the property or lose the station. He took a leap of faith and bought it. That's when the station officially became Larry's Automotive and has remained that way ever since. Over the decades, the station has become much more than a business. It's become part of the community. Larry's Automotive sponsored Huntington Bulldogs PAL football, Huntington Wrestling, Tri-Village Baseball, and many other youth programs. Kids who once came through those programs are now leaders in this community. People like Stefan Sayre, now a teacher and coach helping guide the next generation, and Stephen Palacios, a well-respected attorney. And friends we've lost along the way, like Randall McCoy, who will always remain in our memories. The station also became something of a gathering place. When my sisters, Elena, Jenna, and I were growing up, we sold Girl Scout cookies right outside of the station. Thanks to the incredible support of Huntington community, and of course our mother, Valerie, we actually won awards for selling those cookies on the night. That's Huntington, people showing up for people. My grandfather was also a Marine Corps veteran of World War II, where he served in the motor pool. Because of that connection, every holiday season he hosted a Toys for Tots collection bin at the station so the community could help families in need. In the early 1970s, he also received recognition from Shell for being one of their most outstanding service station operators. But if you ask my grandfather or my father, what are they most proud of? It wouldn't be the awards. It's the people. The customers who became friends, the families who trusted us with their cars for generations, businesses like JB Car, whose fleets we serviced for years, and the relationships that were built every single day. One of the things that makes Huntington Village truly unique is that our stations are full service. That means you pull in and someone comes out to greet you. pump the gas, wash the windshields, check the oil, and most importantly, talk to the people. We get to shake hands, catch up with neighbors, and take care of the community one car at a time. That human connection is something you don't find everywhere anymore. But here in Huntington, it's still part of everyday life. And it's a big reason why Larry's Automotive has been able to serve this village for more than 60 years. On a personal note, my father has been married to my mother, Valerie, for 48 years, right now in Florida, together for 51. They raised 4 children, 3 daughters, and a son, all graduates of John Glenn High School, 3 of whom still reside in the town of Huntington. Today, the station is run by my brother, Lawrence, better known as Andrew, making him the 3rd generation to carry the family business forward. Now there are 8 grandchildren, including Sophie and Lawrence Leo, Carolyn and Andrew's children. So who knows, maybe one day there will be a 4th generation Larry behind the counter. For my father, that little gas station did so much more than provide a livelihood. It educated 4 children, helped raise 8 grandchildren, and supported our family for more than 60 years. But more importantly, it connected us to the town of Huntington. So on behalf of my father and our entire family, we want to thank the town of Huntington, Director of Highways, Andre Sorrentino, Walter Edwards, Andre's right-hand man, one of the most helpful and dedicated, funny people we know. And of course, Laura, thank you so much, and everyone who made this recognition possible. This town has been very good to our family, and we're proud to have grown up here, proud to have worked here, and proud to continue serving this community. Thank you. Another fun fact, we grew up next door to Brooklyn, so we have been together doing fun things as children.
Well, I was actually going to say on that note, if you don't mind, you, Leah, could not have nailed the essence of Huntington any better just now. As a multi-generation Huntington person myself, I think you truly captured the spirit of this wonderful place that we call home. And I have to say to the recipient of this evening's proclamation, while many of you call you Larry, as some have called me, I guess I'm a bit old school, you'll always be Mr. Mercantini to me, since I have known you since I'm a very little girl, and your family. I have very fond memories of the fantastic gatherings that your grandfather would host at his home, and playing with you and your sisters Elena, Jenna, and Andrew. You were quite small at the time, so you may not remember that, but he definitely had the best gatherings at his house over the summer, and it's truly wonderful to see you, Mr. Mercantini, receiving this recognition today. Having known you for so long, I've had the chance to see your consistent commitment to the community over the years, and even back then, you were always someone who looked out for anyone around you, and it's great to see that that spirit continued to drive your work to lead us here today. Your dedication has made a real impact, clearly, and you have been an excellent role model for many. It's truly a pleasure to see the community formally celebrate your contributions tonight, and I congratulate you, truly.
If I may, I was very pleased to see you here today, Larry. Some 50 years ago, my father moved his hair salon from Syosset to Green Street, and that's when a relationship with Larry's service started. Now, I was 7 or 8 years old, but I can still vividly remember running around the gas station as my father looked at the used cars on the lot. I remember that light blue, powder blue station wagon that you showed me had a weld a hitch on the back of. And not a year went by that we weren't in and out of that station. Now, one thing you left out, in addition to being a successful businessman down there in Huntington, Larry had a very successful career in Herbalife.
Oh, yes.
And in all due respect, I credit Larry with saving a family member who had weight problems for a long time. Larry brought her in, made her one of the minions, and to this day, she's been very healthy, and I credit you with that. As I started to get mopeds and motorcycles, I could always count on going down and having Larry help me fix something, and now that torch has been passed to Andrew. I always will look forward to going down and rolling up my sleeves and helping if I can, but you have been an integral part of the Reyes over the years on so many levels, and God bless you, my friend. I'm so happy that you're getting this award.
Congratulations. Thank you. I'd just like to say just one thing, you know.
That's right.
So, you know, without the leadership, we wouldn't have anything. And leadership such as, I gotta say, this has been one of the worst winters ever. It's been so cold, so snowy, so everything. Without the roads, we got no cars. Without the cars, we got no places. This man right over here cleaned up these roads so eloquently, so beautifully, so perfectly, with the help of Walter, like I've never seen before in all my years, in the last couple of years, especially this year. So this award should really go to this man right over here. I'll take
Thank you.
Oath proclamation for